Welcome back to the Movie Inspectors. Hey, we finally got it. I'm Dustin.
I did rock, paper, scissors, shoe.
Who won?
Me, because I actually went and you didn't do anything.
Nope, I didn't do anything because we didn't talk about that. All right, we're back. I'm Inspector Dustin. This is Inspector Grant, a.k.a. Triscon, a.k.a. G-Man, a.k.a.
This is my life every day. He's going to call me one random name out of big piles of weird names. This is my life, everyone.
Every day. This is his life. What a horrible life he has. And we are on the road to Infinity War right here. What are we doing, Grant?
First of all, I would have at least said the movie, the War to Infinity War, but okay.
The road to Infinity War. That's the journey we're on. And what are we doing? What are we doing?
Iron Man.
Right. And this is the start of 18 movies.
18.
There are 18 weeks into Marvel's Infinity War, Avengers 3 Infinity War. And we're going to watch all of the Marvel Cinematic Universes one a week and bring you our review every Monday. It's called Marvel Monday here at the Movie Inspectors, where we review all of them. And this is Iron Man. Grant is, your head doesn't quite fit in that anymore, does it? As you can see, Grant has a lot of Iron Men. Grant, is this how you're going to do the interview?
Yes.
Okay. This is my life every day. Well, at least we can see your face. All right, this is cool. All right, so, Grant, I know this, but you got to tell everybody. Is Iron Man your favorite superhero?
One of my favorite superheroes.
One of his favorites.
My first was Spider-Man because literally he was the first superhero I ever heard of.
Oh, I didn't.
And then I think Iron Man was my second. Then Iron Spider because they just had to make the Civil War comics a thing. And the Iron Spider. It was a weird story.
Well, but look at all these. These are all yours, aren't they?
Yes.
That's how long Iron Man has been in Grant's life. Look at all these toys. People kept sending him Iron Man toys, and we decided to bring out all of the Iron Men.
Even Santa gave me one. He gave me this one right here.
Yeah? Who is that?
The
Santa?
Mega what? I think I actually have free one. Counting these, I think those are free Mega collections.
Yep. And we got the new Titan one. This is the new one, right?
No, that's the new one.
That's the new one. This is the new one?
Yes!
Okay.
Are you stupid? We got that thing on Christmas.
Someone's going to get grounded. But no. Okay, so yes, that's the new one. All right.
The
and
red
that's the
one.
new Titan.
The more red one.
The
more pinkish
all right.
one out of all of them.
So how many times do you think that you and I have seen Iron Man together?
4.
You think it's 4?
Yeah,
At
and no,
least.
it's not. And know what's sad?
What?
There is no Iron Man 4.
Not yet. You never know what's going to happen after.
Hello, after Avengers came out, I don't think we're gonna get any more single movies except for the people who haven't been in.
No, you think they're all going to be team up
Iron
movies?
Man got free movies.
Yeah.
I think his road has ended. I think his single movies won't exist anymore.
You don't think so? Well, that's interesting to speculate. But let's talk about the movie that we just saw, Iron Man. It came out in 2008. That was a year before you were even born. Yeah, that's right. A whole year before you were even born. I couldn't wait for you to get of age so you and I could watch this together. Grant, why don't you tell the audience,
And also because...
Needs a belt?
No.
There you go.
And also so I could stop watching Gabba Gabba Gabba.
That's right. Grant used to watch Gabba Gabba Gabba, and it was driving me nuts. So I said, let's see if I can get him on superheroes. And we started off with superhero cartoons, and then when you got about 4 or 5 years old, we got you to watch this. So what do you think of Iron Man? What did you think of this movie?
I thought that for the first movie of the Marvel Universe is a great start to start technical Technical difficulties, everybody. Technical difficulties.
We're going to just put him right back out here.
It didn't like say, we're going to have more Avenger. Well, I'm sorry it did at the end. If you guys care enough to watch about that end credit scene.
But what did you think about the movie?
I thought it was the best start they could have gone through. Sure, the movies today are basically nothing compared to Iron Man is basically a speck. But this movie right here was a great start to show them this is what Marvel is gonna be. It's not gonna be like all the movies before that. They are gonna be the superheroes, fantastic characters by fantastic actors.
Mm-hmm.
The villains by fantastic actors with fantastic, sometimes redesigned and sometimes same way. Like Ironmonger.
You liked Ironmonger?
Monger.
Monger. Yeah, that was a great villain. What I liked about the original Iron Man is how it set up the whole universe. You see how they started with Iron Man, but they also brought in the idea of S.H.I.E.L.D. into this. They kept calling it the Strategic Homeland Initiative for, I can't remember.
It was like the Avenger Initiative, something like that!
Okay, yeah, and so they set that up throughout the whole movie, and then at the very end of the end credit scene, like you were saying, Nick Fury comes in and talks about the Avenger Initiative. So this was the first of that.
We got it right.
Yeah, we got it right, yeah. This was the first of the movie. So I thought Robert Downey Jr., who played Tony Stark, was incredible.
Yeah.
He's like made to play this role.
He was born for this.
Yeah. And it's interesting because this is a different Robbie. Yeah. Well, you don't have to raise your hand. It's your show.
My question is, who was the actors for Tony Stark when he was a kid in those pictures?
That's good question. I don't know that. We'll have to go look that up online.
They don't even tell us.
Well, they tell us in the credits, but you know, who reads the credits?
Yeah.
Nobody's reading the credits. We're just waiting for that end credit scene. And really, the end credit scene was kind of started with this movie. It was amazing how, and then they kept up that tradition. It was kind of a, I don't know if you know this, Grant, it was kind of a throw-in. They made it after the movie. They didn't know how well the movie was going to do. And as they were making the movie, then they filmed this end credit scene way after the movie was done to kind of throw this in there as a hope to build this bigger universe. And it's the only franchise that has been able to build this huge universe like this.
Other than Star Wars.
Well,
but then again, this universe, Marvel has 20 movies, Star Wars only has 8. Some people are like, episode 8 wasn't good. But people still love the Marvel movies as much as of how loved it was when Iron Man 1 first released. Which was really a lot of people want to see more. They releasing Incredible Hulk, then Iron Man 2. The list goes on. The list goes on. It's on our website, by the way. You can do this too if you just go do one movie a week until Infinity War. You can do what we're doing. It's on our website. The list of all the movies, and it's starting this week. Now, Grant, what did you think about Pepper Potts? I guess it was okay, but my question is, why did they literally make it so that that Pepper was like just not okay with what Iron Man becoming Iron Man? At first, she was like, I don't know about this, but then again, the government weapons that he made got sold to some whatever, like a fake a group of not terrorists. Mm-hmm. And he goes mad. He is not feeling too good after that happened. Well, I think Pepper was worried that her friend Tony would get hurt, and that's why she was not okay with him going out there and fighting these by himself. But I think you touched on an interesting thing. Tony had to do it because he, for all his life, was selling weapons, so he built a weapon to bring peace. And it did the opposite.
It did the opposite, right? Because it started Ironmonger. It's a very interesting thing. Sometimes when you try to
And
do
it
something,
also started the entire scene where, with spoiler alert, a bunch of terrorists kidnap every village, and use the weapon that Tony Stark made, aka what's the name of the one that has a bunch of missiles?
Ironmonger. Oh, the Jericho.
The Jericho.
Yeah.
And let's just say fired a lot of missiles.
Yeah. He's right. You know, all those weapons that Tony sold came back to bite him in the end, but he did save all those villagers. He did go in and save all those villagers. So, you know, another thing, you were talking about those terrorists. I don't know if you noticed this. I noticed this when I was watching it this time, that the terrorists they have the 10 ring symbol around them.
Yeah.
And that shows up in Iron Man 3, spoiler alert, in Iron Man 3, that shows up. That's also a big thing from the comics. You know, so what else do you want to talk about in this movie?
What I want to say is this. This was recorded before this one came out. We're recording this like, what day is it?
Today's Sunday, and it's going to come out on Monday. Grant wants you to know we're not doing it live. But
we are not live. We are not. We're not some YouTubers that do this live.
No.
We are not live.
We're not live.
We are not live.
We are alive, but we're not live.
We're not live. We're robots.
We're robots.
Beep, boop, bop.
Grant's a
Beep,
robot.
boop, bop. Beep, boop, bop, bop, bop.
So, Grant, do you have any questions you want to ask me about this movie?
My question is, if you were, which suit would you have? Iron Man's, one of the Iron Man marks, or Ironmonger?
I'm kind of a bigger guy, so I better get the Ironmonger. What about you?
I don't know. Iron Man's suit, I don't think I would fit, but Ironmonger's suit, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't fit in either of those
No,
suits.
you're still kind of young. But maybe someday when you get a little older, you can fit into an Iron Man. Maybe you'll build an Iron Man suit. Who knows?
Who
Maybe
knows?
someone in the future.
Iron Man logic. Let's just see here.
So what's...
This light bulb's basically a heart. I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon.
So what's our next movie that we're going to do next Sunday?
The Incredible Hulk.
The Incredible Hulk.
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 The Incredible Hulk or Hunk. That is the Edward Norton one. It came out in the same year as Iron Man, I believe. And
I think it was like when I was born here.
Yep. And and people don't remember that was part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and all of those characters are in there, even though the lead actor changed, is part of the universe. But we'll talk about that movie when we watch that movie next week. So anything else you want to say about Iron Man?
Well, I gotta say, this was one of my favorite heroes.
He is one of his favorite heroes, as you can tell by the collection of Iron Men that Grant has here. All right. Well, Hulk next week. Thank you for checking in with the Movie Inspectors and our review of Iron Man 2008. Goodbye.